Hi all, it's the 16th of February today and I am just about to start, today's day one of the second go at the 28-day plan. For those who haven't followed me previously, last year in April I actually juiced for 60 days straight and lost just over 2 stone. Fixed a lot of health issues, including my blood pressure, which was the main driving factor for starting a juice fast. I also stopped headaches and aches and pains and various other things, was sleeping really well, and my skin was really good. After the 60 days, the plan was to carry on juicing and moving into sort of clean eating and healthier foods. This worked for a while, but then things started to slip back into bad habits. I did put back on about a stone of the weight altogether, and over the rest of last year, I sort of went to various juicing workshops and raw food events with Neil Martin, the Natural Juice Junkie, and came to learn one of the key things that I picked up from one of his Reclaim Your Health events, which was a 2-day workshop, is that we often fix what we put in our mouth and we often increase our exercise, but we forget to fix what's going on in our head. And this was a light bulb moment for me last year, and I realised that that's what happened with the juicing that I did the 60 days. Yeah, I'd addressed my intake and I'd increased my movement, but I hadn't fixed my thoughts and feelings around food and how it affected me and how I dealt with food. So I spent some of last year kind of working on that with Neil's help and a bit of coaching, and it's still a work in progress. I'm still having sessions now. So then Christmas, I just basically ate and drank what I wanted, but in fact I didn't go to the extreme because I think I'd partially fixed some of those issues during the fast earlier in that last year. So I got Christmas out of the way and then decided to join Jason Vale's World's Biggest Juice Detox and did the full 28 days over January, and I managed to lose just over a stone. So I lost and got back down to where I'd got down to with the 60 days. And then hit another stumbling point, because what happened is the weight that I got to is a weight that I've got to before, and it's like a psychological block for me. And the discussion I had with Neil at the time was, right, well let's not think about this is the way I always get stuck out, I don't get past this, this is such a struggle, and then making it in a self-fulfilling prophecy. So what I've tried to do is now focus on, right, this isn't a weight I'm stuck at, I'm going to focus on the weight I want to be, which is 9 stone. And that sounds very low, but I'm only 5'1". So that puts me in sort of a fairly healthy point of the BMI, which I don't really follow that much, but in my mind, that's really where I want to be. So I've tried to do that this time. So for the last couple of weeks since I finished the 28 days, I've been juicing on and off, did a green week, and have been healthy eating, and I stabilised the weight. So I got stabilised at the point that I finished the 28 days. So now I'm having the next push. This weekend I've been really sick. I've had a tummy bug, and actually I've now got past that weight that I get stuck at. So, which is a bit of a boost really. So that's quite funny. So this morning is my first day really sort of, after the weekend, I just did not feel well. I've been so ill over the weekend. So this morning, the first thing I did was a ginger shot. Do you know what? Felt fantastic. And I've bought a polar loop and a heart rate monitor, which I want to I'm quite geeky and I like technology. So incorporating technology and in my journey to better health, this gives me a way to monitor targets and monitor what I'm doing. I don't have a gym membership. I don't want to really go to the gym at the moment. So I've got a treadmill and I've got a bike and I've got a DVD player with lots of different exercise DVDs. So in fact, last week, I did do 2 days of Gillian Michaels Beginner Shred, and then I got ill. And over the weekend, while I was ill, it was really frustrating because I just wanted to exercise, but I couldn't. My body just wasn't going to let me. So today, that's the first thing I've done, is I had my ginger shot and I've done my 25 minutes of Gillian Michaels Beginner Shred. Absolutely loved it. I do look a bit of a mess by the time I'm finished. So it's obviously working. It's obviously pushing me. The plan for that is, I know she says do 30 days straight, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do sort of 6 days and then have a rest day. Also trying to keep my step challenge up, which is a minimum of 10,000 steps a day. The weather's not been very kind, so again, some of this is being done on the treadmill. I've got my breath of fresh air juice here, and I tell you what, this is lovely today because I managed to get some beetroots at the weekend with the tops still on at our local greengrocers, and it makes such a difference to the flavour of the juice. It really does. It's almost sweeter, and for those who don't know, you can juice the tops as well. Just give them a good wash and stick them through the juicer. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to be working on affirmations as well. This is, again, another discussion that I've been having with Neil about fixing my mindset and talking to yourself in a positive frame of mind. And my mistake had been I'd got these affirmations, one of which was I am a runner, and the other is I am healthy. And I would talk to myself in that tone of voice. I am a runner. I am healthy. But it's not very convincing. And when I say it out loud now, I'm thinking that's not very convincing. So my challenge for today is to embellish these affirmations slightly, put some more emotional language in it and make it more passionate, and almost go, like he said, on a rant to myself. And do you know what? I always thought, I was so skeptical about the way you talk to yourself. And yeah, I feel an idiot standing there going, I am a runner, I am healthy. And I felt silly doing it. But do you know what? It actually works. I will do my running or my exercise DVD, and it's hard work. Sometimes it's really hard. I've never been one for exercise, and it's a struggle. And I love doing it, but it's hard. And I'd get to the point, say I was doing 30 minutes on the bike, and I'd get to 27 minutes, and I'd give up. And now what's all that about? 3 minutes from the end. So now what I do is I talk to myself in a much better way and convince myself that, yeah, I can do this. I am healthy. I am fit. I can bike for 30 minutes. By the time you've told yourself all those things, you've probably worked through the pain and got to the end of where you wanted to be anyway. And it's all about having those sort of little things that you talk to yourself whilst you're doing something that's difficult. Instead of focusing on the pain or how difficult it is, focus on the goal you want to achieve and the end, the end point where you want to be. And it actually works. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't work all the time for me, and I don't do it all the time. It's a habit that I'm trying to sort of incorporate into my life. So anyway, day one, I've got another breath of fresh air to have and the protein rich powerhouse this evening, which I love. So I'm really looking forward to that. Like I said, I've done my half an hour Gillian Michaels this morning. I'm up to, let's have a look on my pedometer. At the moment, I think I'm on about just over 5,000. So I've still got another 5,000 steps to do yet today. So I'm going to probably do a bit on the treadmill this afternoon, and I'm quite addicted to The Biggest Loser Australia, which I've downloaded from Sky On Demand, and I tend to put an episode of that on and walk or run to that because that's on for about 45 minutes. And again, it keeps me focused. I know the programme gets slated and there's a lot of issues about how they approach what they do, but I can push myself further by watching some of the guys that are on there, are massively overweight and are doing things that even I couldn't contemplate doing. So my argument is, right, if this is getting hard on the treadmill, if they can do what they're doing on that TV screen, then I'm sure you can just spend an extra 10 minutes on the treadmill. So good luck, Chris Gotts. I know that you're thinking about joining back to the 28-day plan next week. And thanks for your links for the meditation challenge and the yoga shred. Again, I'll put them in the comments on my video as well. If anybody fancies joining up to that, it's a 14-day free yoga shred challenge. I think that starts on the 2nd of March. I've never done yoga, but, I love a challenge, so I'm up for doing that. And also, the one that I thought was really good is a 30-day meditation challenge as well, which is I think it's only about 10 minutes a day, and I think meditation is really important, so I'm going to be having a go with that. So I shall report back on that tomorrow and let you know how it goes. So good luck, everybody. Here we go again, first 28 days, and let's hope we have some good results.